Lord Carter, your committee have been looking into innovation in EU agriculture. Can you tell us what prompted you to initiate this inquiry and why?
Well, look, global agriculture faces a tremendous challenge. I mean, we know that the population of the world is going to rise from around 7 billion now to 9 billion by 2050. And what we were keen to do was find out how the EU was going to respond to this challenge, what it was going to do. And the other point really was we realised this response had to start now. This is an urgent matter and must be dealt with quickly if we're to feed the world's population. And the key to it is science. How do we get science, more research, more applied research, and how do we get that into the hands of farmers?
One of the key findings of your report is that innovative knowledge in the agricultural sector must be put into practice. Can you tell us a little bit about why this is so vital?
Well, the big challenge is producing more food with finite resources. You know, there's a limited amount of land, little more can be brought into production, there's going to be shortage of water. So what we need to do is find out how to produce more for less inputs, a critical thing. And of course, climate change is an important issue in that. Now, what we've seen is new and innovative techniques. We've seen these in many countries, people have developed. The issue is how do we get them deployed at scale? How do we get it into the hands of farmers in a meaningful way? And I think what we have to do is involve everybody. Consumers have a part to play in this, a very important thing. Supermarkets, the distribution chain, and farmers as well. A big concerted effort.
What other major findings do the committee have?
Well, of course, this is a report with regard to the EU. The CAP is central. And we know that in the period to 2014, the EU will spend about 400 billion in the Common Agricultural Policy, but it only spends 2 billion a year on research. What we want to see is actually more money on research, because it's only through research and the development of farm advisory services that we will be able to get the necessary productivity to meet this challenge. I think also Europe has really seen a rather flattening of its productivity in agriculture in recent years. And I think there will be those who would suggest that it's a rather innovation hostile environment. And what therefore is critical for legislators to do is to actually look very carefully at some of the existing laws to consider if in fact they stymie the development of technology, because if that happens, we will not make the progress we need.
And finally, Lord Carter, what will happen next?
Well, we'll look to the UK government and the European Commission to respond to our report. We have a good record of both of those coming back to us constructively. There'll then be a debate in the House, probably sometime before Christmas. And then, of course, the key thing really is the Common Agricultural Policy from 2014. And that's why the timeliness of this report is important, because the Commission will be coming forward with its proposals in the autumn. And clearly we are keen to influence them to make sure that they pay attention to what we regard as the key issues to enable Europe to meet the challenge of feeding its share of the 9 billion world population.